Good morning, class 10th. In our previous classes, we have started our chapter Employability Skills Part A given in your book, and we have completed 3 chapters of Unit 1 Communication Skills. Chapter first was on methods of communication, second was based on communication cycle, and third is based on communication barriers. Today we will start chapter 4 effective communication of unit 1 communication skills, and after that we have one chapter remaining basic writing skills. After that we will finish our unit first. I will try to complete this chapter in this lecture because it is too short. It just contains 3 or 4 pages. So let's start. Great leaders and well-known personalities around the world like Mahatma Gandhi, Mr. Nelson Mandela, Mr. Narendra Modi, Oprah Winfrey, Malala Yousafzai, and others have been inspirational because of their effective communication skills. So I hope it is clear from the very first line given in this chapter that the name of such personalities are famous just because of the effective communications or the effective speech given by them. People wants to listen that leader who speaks effective. If there is something missing or not proper communication, then nobody wants to listen to you. So you have a content, and over that you have to keep such command so that you can communicate effectively to the people. Okay, so let's move further. We are all influenced by various role models, family and friends who are good at expressing their thoughts and ideas. We all have such people in our family or relatives or in friend circle who speak so effective that other person wants to listen to them. That is called the effectiveness in their speech. If someone wants to listen you, it means you are talking very effectively, your conversation is effective, and your communication will also become effective if you have good skills, if you are a good speaker. Here an example is given. You can read it if you want. So our first topic in this chapter is goals of effective communication. What should be the aim of effective communication? Why should we speak so effective? And why should we communicate with that effectiveness? So what should be the aim? Let's study. Establishing trust and understanding, changing behavior, and acquiring information are the goals of effective communication. There must be a change in behavior to establish trust and understanding, and to get some knowledge or information should be the goals of effective communication. Anything that interferes with communication and makes it ineffective can be referred to as noise. For example, if someone is delivering the speech and noise has been created from the surroundings, then the listener will not be more interested in listening that speech. That will become totally ineffective communication, and to that we will pronounce noise. That is no more communication. Ineffective communication can influence our interpretation of messages and affect our relations with others. Means if we make others feel like we are not interested in listening to them, then that can be the reason of the bad relation between two people. It will affect their relation badly. Next one is factors of effective communication. Means which things should we keep in mind, or what are the factors that are compulsory, or we can say affect our effective communication. So effective communication is about conveying a message by clearly interpreting the emotions along with the information. Means if someone is understanding clearly what we want to say to that person, that becomes the effective communication. If other person is taking interest in the communication, is getting what we are saying to that, that is effective communication. Then how can we build that effective communication? There must be some factors. In previous chapters we have studied about the factors related to our communication. So here we will study about the factors of effective communication to make it more effective. Content. This refers to language that has been used in the message. We all interpret the meaning of words differently. Hence, even simple messages can be misunderstood. Some words have different meanings depending on the context, which may confuse at times. To make communication effective, construct proper sentences and use the right words. The very first point in most of your communication skill is the easiness of the content, so that another person can easily understand what you are trying to saying. Your words must be simple. You should talk over a single topic at one time. Do not mix up too much topic at the same time, so that the listener will get confused that on which topic he wants to say something or not. Next one is process. It refers to the way the message is delivered. The non-verbal elements in speech like the tone of voice, gestures, body language, and the state of mind can be identified during communication. See, in previous chapter I told you there was also a question given in your book, state of mind. First of all, you should know what is the state of mind of a listener. If you are saying anything to a person, that must be effective only when his state of mind is positive, he wants to listen to you. And the way you are delivering the message, the way you are talking to that person, your gestures, your tone of voice, your body language, all these things matters to the person who is listening to you or who is in front of you. Next one is context. It refers to the situation or environment in which message is delivered, including the physical environment, example noisy or quiet room, mall, hospital, etc. For example, you are attending a marriage party. There you meet your old friend and you were started gossiping. See, there is a lot of noise at party around you. So if you are talking on a serious topic, I would suggest that would not be the accurate time to talk about any content. This is called the context, means the situation or environment in which you are saying or delivering a message to another person. This is the example of context. Okay. So these were our factors of effective communication. Now our most important topic of this complete unit is 7 C's of effective communication. You can see a picture is given in your book, and these are the 7 C's of communication. All the words are starting with C letter and they are 7 in number. That is why these are 7 C's of communication. Okay. So what are these 7 C's? These all are the 7 principles of communication which help us to focus our thoughts and ideas for effective communication. These principles serve as checklists to communicate more effectively and are applicable for both verbal as well as non-verbal communication. During verbal face-to-face communication, tone and body language of the communicator also help in conveying the message. Means these are the principles, the rules of effective communication, which things matters in creating effective communication. Factors that influence or that affect our effective communications are these factors, and these are principles, rules of our effective communication. So as I told you, the very first line given in each and every question in communication skill is clear. It always says be clear, be simple to express your words, to express yourself. Constructing the message is the first step in any communication. It must be transparent as possible. Clarity is also about avoiding the use of complex words, sentences, and confusing language. Don't make another person confused. Just stay simple and be simple. Your words must be transparent, means what you want to say must be clear. The message can be conveyed effectively if the sender has clarity in his thoughts. Be clear. Next is concise. So you all know about concise. Giving a brief about any topic is conciseness. Conciseness refers to explaining things in a brief yet comprehensive manner. Try to explain shortly to any person. Your content must be concise, of small size. That must not be confusing or lengthy, so that person will not going to read it. So make it short and concise. Next is concrete. Concreteness refers to communication that is believable and credible in order to create trust between the communicators. There are few people who first make trust on others. Okay, so this concreteness refers to, first of all, you have to make other people believe on you, to make trust on you. Okay, that is concreteness. To create a trust between two people or two communicators is concreteness. Concrete communication is being specific and clear rather than being vague and general. Okay, we have studied about the factual or authentic. Now this is related to that. Now let's move to next page. Correct. Accuracy is an important element of communication. I told you that we have studied authentically, a topic authentically, which was given in your communication cycle. So all the things, whatever you are telling to another person is correct, accurate. There should not be any kind of misleading, miscommunication or mistrust. Clear? Next one is coherent. What is that coherent? A coherent message is logical and makes sense to the receiver. There are a lot of people who always used to talk like a foolish. They do not talk logical. They do not have any point to clear what they want to say. They talk nonsense. So avoid that. Okay. To ensure that your communication is coherent, check if the message organized logically has a smooth flow and a proper sequence. Check the sequence. Do not make words like whatever you want to say in the last, you have said that in the starting, and whatever you want to say in starting, you are explaining that in last. That will not make a sense. Check that you have not tried to cover too many points and not deviated from the main topic. Come to the point. Just know your topic on which you are talking to the person. Do not get away from your topic. Next one is complete. Giving complete information about anything is very compulsory. Do not give half information to anyone. It is dangerous. We all know that. So completeness in a message is compulsory. A complete message will have all the information the receiver needs to know. The receiver needs to know. Means a complete message contains all those things whatever another person needs, whatever is useful for that person. To ensure that a message is complete, it is essential to think of the questions the receiver might have when he receives the message. Got it? The message must be complete. All points should be clear. What you want to say? Courteous. The message should convey respect for the receiver. Courteous, I told you in a principle of communication. Courteous and another one is politeness. So you should know how to talk or how to convey the message respectfully with that politeness. You must be courteous with another person. The feelings and views of the receiver, along with his knowledge, experience, and age, must be considered. For example, you are talking to your grandfather, so do not treat him like he is younger than you, or you are talking too disrespectfully to him. No, this is not the way to talk to your elders. You must know to whom you are talking. So 7 C's of communication are complete here. Now we have the last topic in your book in this chapter. I will definitely share question answers today of both the chapter 3 and 4. Now let's study about the benefits of effective communication. The very first feature I want to tell you it from myself is it will create an effect of yours on another person if you are a good speaker as well as you are a good listener. Other person wants to listen to you if you have effective communication. Effective communication reduces misunderstanding. If there is any kind of misunderstanding, mistrust, then effective communication will reduce that. There is no chances of getting misunderstood if you have effective communication. Next one is it can also protect people from embarrassment or awkwardness because of wrong assumptions. Sometimes we do not think before we speak and we feel embarrassed or awkward in front of other people because of our carelessness. Effective communication creates a comfortable environment. When you are successful in creating an effective communication with another person, then that person becomes comfortable with you on the same topic, on the conversation of same topic. Effective communication allows the people involved to build trust and remove by negative emotions. Means the trust in the 7 C's of communication, we study about that in concreteness. So it will involve people to build trust on you, and there will be only good vibes and there will not be any negative emotions. This results in a desire to work towards a common goal. Effective communication skills increase our self-respect because we can deliver our message confidently and receive the outcome we have hoped for. If we are positive, if we are following all the 7 C's of communication, then 100% it is sure that our message will convey to other person in simple way, and that must be understandable, and it will make us respectful in front of other people, and it creates a kind of confidence in us that we can achieve a common goal if both people can work on their communication skills. The most significant benefit of using effective communication techniques is that it improves our relationship with others. How is your relationship with your mother, your father, your brother, your friends? It matters because we all communicate with our relatives, our friends. they told us how to behave. Why? Because of our sometimes bad behavior, or we can say, or we can give any kind of reason. This is just because of lack of effective communication. Everything matters. How do we talk to another person, how that person accepts our communication, whether it is good for that, according to him that can be good or bad. So it totally depends on us, how can we improve our relationship with another person to whom we are conveying the message or to whom we are talking. It really matters. So try to make your communication skills more attractive. And the last point given here, if we master these skills, they enable us to handle difficult situations easily without creating conflict or decreasing the trust. Sometimes what happens, we get so hyper, we do not want to communicate with another person, we get hyper. Even we used to quarrel sometimes, we used to beat someone. Why? Because we do not know how to communicate effectively. There are all the things which we can handle just by communication. If we have effective communication, then we can easily conquer any kind of problem. If you want, then you can, I will suggest you that you should implement all these 7 C's of communication in your life, so that you can be a better person in future. So read this chapter, this is very interesting and help you also. Take care, bye.